for Battle River Crowfoot.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. And I know that I find it interesting in many of the conversations around the carbon tax, especially coming from the Bloc Québécois, and they have a cap-and-trade system within the province of Quebec that is quite different than the rest of the country. So my question, Madam Speaker, specifically, how does that member feel about a federal government that is imposing its will, its specific requirements upon something that it seems like the Liberals and other left-leaning parties within Canada's Parliament talk about this somehow being a market mechanism, yet it seems to me more like it's a bureaucratic heavy hand from the nation's capital. So for that member who has a party that they talk often about standing up for their province's interests, how does that member reconcile a government that is imposing rather than collaborating with provinces?
The Honourable Member for Repentigny. Thank you, Madam Speaker. I thank my colleague with whom I sit on committee. Here's what's surprising. Here's what's surprising to hear from the official opposition. This solution is based on market laws and principles, this carbon tax. And usually, when the Conservatives speak, they support in their politics, in their policy, in their philosophy, they support market-based solutions. And that's what we have with our cap-and-trade system. It changes year over year. There are different amounts every year. It's a market system. And what is also surprising from the official opposition is that we're talking about big sums here, big sums, and they care about money, of course. Well, here are a few numbers. The current economic costs of impact on the health is 6% of Canada's GDP. And this statistic is from 2018. That's a few years ago, so it's probably more now. So there is a financial impact for people. People are sick. They go to the hospital. They develop asthma, lung disease. We also need to account for this in the money that we have to spend. There are all sorts of public health conditions and problems caused by pollutions and caused by industrial emissions from the oil and gas sector.
Député de Rosemont-la-Petite-Patrie.